Coming up, we're in for a real treat as we get to see two of the best backs in the league. It's Run CMC and Saquon's and the Panthers and Giants. Next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Darnold now to throw. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Joseph Charlton and the punt team on now for the Panthers. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their 3rd-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants first down.
That's a pretty good throw on the goal route there. Third down, and they pick up the first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Barkley again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Booker. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Booker. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Devontae Booker that's able to finish it off with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Alex Erickson elects to take it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 6 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold will get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Looking to throw on second down. Jones. Jeremy Chin there defensively. His throw incomplete. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll get this complete to Erickson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Looking for Shepard deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You guys have been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that will be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
No return here for Erickson. Touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. Maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
He was looking for Alex Erickson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The quick feet by Jackson. A 40-yard punt, no return. Let's go. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Jones on 3rd down. to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Come on, let's go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to follow him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Final shot before the break, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Darnold. And that is incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Jones now on 1st down. Open man right side is Ingram. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Derek Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On 2nd and 1, Darnold. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Darnold. Open man is Anderson.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
McCaffrey.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw, Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, This offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Jones hit and the ball's out.
You see me? You see me?
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Darnold. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Darnold now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
New York ready to go again offensively. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. Barkley, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Jones. They shakes him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Derek Brown in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Jones. And he's got his big tight end here. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
For the Giants field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Darnold to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Darnold. Catch made. Erickson over the middle. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Darnold. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And a scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Darnold, his first throw in overtime. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll run with McCaffrey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Jones from the gun on third down. Looking for Shepard deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Panthers about ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Darnold.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Darnold. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete there to Moore.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.